Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nathra and I post videos about K-pop about once a week, so if you're interested in hearing what I have to say, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Now on to today's video topic, the ethics of K-pop contracts. Specifically, what exactly are trainees signing up for? We're going to be going through some terms and conditions of K-pop contracts and what my suggestions are in order to make the industry a safer and more positive place. Wishful thinking, I know, but you'll see what I mean soon enough. Now your gut reaction to the question, are K-pop contracts ethical, will probably be, absolutely not. These contracts are harmful and damaging to everyone involved. Now this is definitely correct, but for argument's sake, let's look at this from the company's perspective. But there's a lot to unpack, so let's get started with the basics. As always, all resources used will be linked in the description. First of all, what is a K-pop contract? Commonly known as a slave contract or noye kayak among Korean people themselves, aspiring idols, trainees, are expected to agree to a set of rules and conditions before they can sign with a company and train to be an idol. These conditions can range from dating restrictions to what you can eat to even how you can look in public. More on this later, but to sum it up, companies enforce these rules in order for their trainees to appeal to the general public and rake in money for the companies. Let's explore some common contractual terms in depth, starting with the most well-known no-no as a trainee, dating. Dating as an established idol is problematic, more on that in a different video coming soon, but dating as a trainee is extremely frowned upon. Blackpink's notorious dating ban and even the strict regulations on meeting YG Entertainment's male idols made headlines a few years ago. In an interview, the four members said that YG had strict rules on drinking, smoking, clubbing, getting tattoos, and dating, and exceptions will only be granted from Yang Hyun-suk himself. So it's safe to assume that when Jennie dated Kai, oh my god, remember when that happened? Wow, it feels like such a long time ago. She had to get his approval. What was even more shocking to me was YG's strange attitude towards male and female idols/trainees even interacting with each other. Jisoo said that male and female trainees had different meal times to avoid seeing each other, and iKON member Bobby remarked that even though he thought YG would be pretty laid back, there were very strict rules, especially surrounding dating. Now let's think about why these companies would enforce such rules. The K-pop industry is bursting at the seams, with new groups debuting every month. Companies have to spend thousands of dollars on each trainee, from singing and dancing lessons to foreign language lessons to providing housing and transportation. On top of that, most companies have many trainees who are competing for a few select spots in order to debut. According to a Soompi article from 2016, a representative from an unnamed company claimed that it costs $27,000 per trainee per month, even if they're just, quote, doing nothing but breathing, end quote. If a company is spending that much money or more per trainee, it's understandable why they would run a tight ship, so to speak. In an industry where idols are expected to, quote, belong to their fans and not be in romantic relationships, trainees would also be held to the same standard. These companies also spend tons of money on trainees' aesthetics. The K-pop industry, like other music industries around the world, is quite superficial. Upholding East Asian, specifically Korean beauty standards are really important to K-pop companies. The traditional K-pop beauty standard for women is fair, skinny, good proportions, small nose, etc., etc., and men are expected to have the right balance of masculinity and femininity in order to appeal to the general public. So makeup, but not too much makeup, or showing abs but not wearing short shorts. Extreme dieting and exercise is quite common among trainees. If you just type in K-pop diets on YouTube, you'll see hundreds of videos of people attempting trainee diets. Some particularly notable ones that come to mind are IU's sweet potato, apple, and protein shake a day diet, Seulgi's only soy milk every day diet, and Schumann's coffee only diet. Needless to say, these idols also pair intense exercise routines with these strict diets. 2 AM's Changmin would only eat 2 blocks of tofu a day and run 6 hours every day. While it's important to have stamina as an idol so that you can sing and dance for long periods of time, going to these lengths of starving yourself and working out to the extreme, your body just can't handle it. Now it goes without saying that an emphasis on body image and weight can cause both physical and mental health issues, which is why it is so important for us to not comment on an idol's physical appearance, let alone anyone's physical appearance, especially weight. Health comes in all different forms, and we need to be more accepting of all body types, because as long as you're healthy, that's all that matters. In a similar vein, we should discuss plastic surgery. Personally, I have nothing against it. If you think that cosmetic surgery will make you feel better about yourself and you'll feel more confident and empowered, then by all means go for it. I do think that if you get plastic surgery, you need to be upfront about it. I understand that a lot of people feel the opposite of me, which is why it's so hard for people to admit they got work done. But getting work done doesn't make you a better or worse person, you just look different. I really admire it when idols are open about their personal history with cosmetic procedures, but what really bothers me is that a lot of the times they were coerced into getting work done. Take solo artist Jessie, for example. She made her debut in 2005 as a 16-year-old and was told by her company that her features were too harsh, so she should get surgery in order to look more photogenic. And as a result, she did. She got her nose, eyes, and lips done. She also got her breasts done, but that was a personal decision and not anything her previous company talked about. But in an interview from July 2020, she revealed how she isn't the biggest fan of plastic surgery and she regrets some of her procedures, so she got them removed. Something interesting is that she removed her fillers because other people thought it was too much, showing how the public definitely swayed her opinion on plastic surgery. Another important thing to note. A lot of people aren't buying Jessie's claims regarding the statements her agency made, but just think about it. If you, a young adult, are trying so hard to make it into an extremely competitive industry, you'd obviously take the advice of your company because you would assume that they know best. So yeah, she wasn't directly coerced into getting work done, but that power imbalance definitely made it easier for her to follow through on her agency's orders. At the end of the day, I admire her realistic attitude towards cosmetic procedures, but it's a shame that she felt so much pressure from the public that she regrets the work she got done. While we as K-pop fans can't change an entire country/side of the world's view on beauty, we can empower our favorite idols and stop posting negative comments about their appearance on social media. Now that we're through some of the common terms and conditions in a K-pop contract, let's discuss some ways to make these contracts less stifling. Like I said earlier, stamina is a huge part of being a K-pop idol. You have to be able to practice and perform countless hours, potentially every day, so it's important that they have good health to do that. This does not entail starving oneself or exercising for hours a day on top of practice, but rather moderation. Companies should hire nutritionists, athletic trainers, and mental health professionals so that trainees are in a better state of mind. Rather than focusing on how they look or what they're eating, they can dedicate more time and energy to honing their craft and focusing on what makes them happy, whether that's dancing, singing, learning a language, etc., etc. Also, if plastic surgery does come up in conversation, I hope that trainees wouldn't feel pressured to do anything they're not wholeheartedly open to. Like I said before, it is not practical for us to expect instantaneous change from these companies or even the K-pop industry as a whole. Recently, small steps have been taken to get away from these terms and conditions, albeit made by already debuted K-pop idols themselves. Dating has become more normalized recently, with couples like Hyuna and Dawn openly expressing details of their relationship, and beauty standards are now being questioned by idols as well. Some celebrities like Hwasa and Jihyo have spoken about their body types and skin tones, which is a refreshing change from the usual whitewashed narrative. Change is definitely happening in front of the cameras, but it's more important that these trainees also feel valued and appreciated behind the scenes. As more idols open up about their own trainee experiences and how their mental health fared, I think that companies are starting to take the necessary steps, and hopefully with each generation of idols that debut, everyone is happy and healthy. Okay, I think that's gonna do it for this video. I apologize for the delay. I know it's been a while since I did an actual commentary video. Believe it or not, this has been sitting in my drafts for like 3 months, but I finally got it finished. Thanksgiving break is just around the corner, so expect a few videos in early December. Also, be sure to fill out my unpopular opinions form, which is linked in the description. It's totally anonymous, and I'm really trying to get as many responses as I can so I can make a really thorough video. Lastly, just wanted to say if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm almost at 100 subscribers, which is totally insane, and I would be so happy if I hit that before the end of the year. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye!